Hi, so today we are going to be making our evergreen arrangement. So before you get started, you should have a table with a big clear space in front of you. And then to protect the table, you should have a placemat or a tablecloth or something that's waterproof, just in case you make a mess. Okay. I want you guys to collect your bag and pop it on the table in front of you. We're gonna take out just a few things. So first of all, take out your bag that contains your bowl with the foam inside and your gloves. Then, let's take out your plates and your cup. Next, you're going to put your gloves on and take your bowl out. I'm going to put my bowl on top of my plate. Now, I filled up a jug of water, but at this stage you can go to the tap and fill up your cup. Now, I need to put water into my bowl because the wet foam that we have needs to soak up all of the water so we can keep our live greens fresh and alive. So I'm gonna gently lean my cup and pour the water into the bowl. And the green foam is gonna soak up all of the water. Now that one I went down the side. You're gonna need 3 cups worth of water. So here is my second cup. This time I'm just gonna put it on the other side just to make sure that all of the foam gets water. All right, there we go. One last cup. This time I'm going to pour it on top. Now, it could run off the side, so you have to kind of go slow. As you can see, it runs off a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna set this aside and let all the water soak up into the foam. Next step, take out the bag of fresh greens from your brown paper bag. Your bag should look something like this. I'm gonna open up my bag and take out the greens. I'm going to arrange them on the table to match up the different shape greens that I have. So this one, when you take it out, this one is a magnolia. Now remember from our tree session, we learned that this is an evergreen and this is a broadleaf evergreen. This was our big magnolia. Remember how I said some of them are as big as my face? Well, these are a bit smaller, but. Now this is my juniper. And I'm just gonna lay them out in front, maybe so you can see just that. This is my pine, those long individual needles. Here I have some cedar. This bristly one is fir. These short bushy ones, these are like little broadleaf evergreens. This is boxwood. And as I pull them out, I'm gonna match them up. So all the different kinds are together in their own pile. This is another type of cedar. This one has these cute little yellow berries. Boxwood. More cedar. So now that I have arranged my greens, I'm going to take out the bag of decorations that is in your kit. So these are the decorations. Now everybody might have something slightly different, but everybody does have a bow, a pine cone, and something sparkly. So I just want you to take out your pine cone. Now your pine cone will be on a pick, and the pick is pretty pointy, so do be careful. Your foam has been soaking in the bowl, so let's get that back. So the first thing I'm going to do before we use our bowl is make sure the water has soaked up. And I might gently swirl it around just to make sure that there's no extra water. Now, if there is extra water at this point, you can pour it out, but make sure you do it into the sink. So take your cone on the pick and place it into the middle of your foam. Now, remember, when we are working with wet foam, once you place something, you shouldn't really rearrange it. Don't wiggle it around, don't take it in and out, because the more times you pierce the foam, the more it will break down. So I'm gonna make sure I have what I think is gonna be the right spot, and I'm gonna push it in. Now, I'm gonna get my boxwood. This is the small, bushy, yours could even look as full as that. Now, I'm gonna use it to cover the foam, so you can't see it in your arrangement. Now, I'm gonna hold them sideways and put them into the side of the foam. I'm gonna push them in. I've chosen some smaller ones to go, use my smaller ones, to go in the front. Okay. If you can see, just like that. Now I'm going to choose my magnolia because it's pretty big. Now, if you don't have magnolia, you have a large portion of juniper, and you would use this one instead. So if you have magnolia, I'm gonna put it in the side, kind of somewhat towards the back or behind the pine cone. Okay, but if I had juniper, I would do this one instead, okay? Next, I'm gonna take my fir. Remember, the fir is the bristly one. Now, at any time, if you feel like your pieces are too big, or you think maybe you don't like the shape, maybe you have one and it has one sticking out at a funny angle that you don't like, you can always trim it off with your scissors. So I'm gonna begin to place my fir around the back to give my arrangement some height. How's that? I'm gonna put it there. I think I'm gonna hold off with this piece. Now, once I have my fir in, I'm going to place my pine. Now, my pine really spreads out almost like a fan. So that's another one that takes up a lot of good space. I have a space over here that I'm gonna fill with my pine. Now, I'm gonna keep them together. Let's see. I definitely have some space in the front. Okay. All right. That was my pine. Now I'm gonna use my cedar. First of all, I think I'm gonna use my cedar that has the yellow berries. Well, not really berries, they're like little buds on the end. Now I think it might look kind of cute. And I'll show you as soon as I place it, because I just want to remember put it in one time. And I'm pretty gentle. I'm holding towards the base of the evergreen because I don't want it to snap. And now I'm going to fill in all the gaps that I have with the other cedar that I have. So these are all different varieties that have been harvested locally. So you may have some of these trees in your neighborhoods. If you have a yard, you may have some in your yard. If you have a park nearby, you may find these in your park. Now, when I put it in, I hold them at the base. I'm filling out the back because remember, people are going to see your arrangement from the back too. So I'm going to try and cover up any holes that I have. Let's see. Oh, I found another piece of pine. I'm going to pop the pine in. I'm going to bring this one around the front. I'm going to find some shorter pieces. Okay, I think I need some. Now, if you don't have scissors, but you want to give something a trim, you can always gently pull it apart. But, you know, do it with care. The key to this is not rushing. see where else I need. I think I need some maybe at the back. Okay, let's see. It's pretty busy. Now I have all of my greens placed. I want to jazz it up. So I'm going to reach for my bag of decorations, which are right here. So I'm going to take them out to see what I have. So I have a bow and I have some, whoops, berries. I have something very sparkly. And I also have a poinsettia flower. So I'm going to come and see where I might need jazzing up. But I think I have a little space down here. So I'm going to put my poinsettia right in there. Now, if they've been in the bag and they feel a little bit squashed to you, like so my bow could use with some straightening up. Here we go. Now, I also think that this is a little bare, so I'm gonna put in my gold sparkly leaves. And now I'm going to put my berries in. Let's see. Maybe we need something at the back over here. Now just remember, gently put in your decorations. Okay, and my final touch. Is my bow. Now, it may have got squished a little, so I'm going to just gently straighten out my bow and find an empty spot. Now I can see one right in the front. Now let's see. Now I'm gonna, remember you don't always have to push down, you could also push sideways in. That's what I'm gonna do with this guy. All right, let's give it a little tweak. Let's see what we've got. I'm gonna hold it up. So this is my evergreen flower arrangement, table arrangement. I hope you guys like it. Now remember, go slow. You can't get this wrong, so this is your design. Put things wherever you want them.